everyone's doing well today. Listen, this is breaking news that just came in. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is suing Experian, okay, for sham investigations of credit report errors. This is major news that is coming out, okay? If you guys want to see this on Instagram, I'm going to comment the word live. Now, Experian does not properly investigate disputes and fails to remove or reinsert errors on credit reports. I'm going to let you guys know, what does this mean for your credit score? What does this mean for Experian? We're going to talk about it. Now, threatening customers to access credit, employment, and housing. It's about to get crazy, okay? Now, this is good and this is bad. This is good and this is bad, okay? So, by the way, guys, this literally just happened today, okay? The Nationwide Consumer Credit Reporting Agency, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, just sued Experian, okay? Now, does that mean we're going to get checks? Does that mean that Experian is going to get shut down? What does this mean? Let's break all of this down. First, I'm going to go into the good side of this, okay? The good thing about this is that this may turn into some checks, okay? This may turn into some money, okay? And the reason why I say this is because people dispute things every single day with Experian, and they essentially have proven that Experian does not take sufficient steps to intake, process, investigate, and notify consumers of consumer disputes, resulting in an inclusion of incorrect information or on credit reports. They also say inaccurate or false information or on consumer credit reports can threaten consumers' access to credit, employment, and housing. Now, this is what that's why we think it's going to turn into some checks. But here's the problem. Now, I'm not saying any of you all watching this has ever done this. I'm not saying y'all have done this, but listen to what I'm saying. If you have ever disputed something on Experian before in the past, was it accurate and it was negative and hurting your credit report? Or were you essentially trying to just get it removed from your credit report? Let's be honest. Now, you don't have to tell me. I don't care. This is why I'm asking that question. And for those who missed the question, let me say it one more time. Have you ever disputed something on Experian and you knew it was accurate? But you just want to see if you can get it removed, or you paid someone to try to get it removed. I'm not knocking that. Watch this, though. This is what you don't want. Here comes the bad news. Experian has two choices. They're going to have two choices. They're going to have to prove that it is simply an increase of people trying to get negative items removed. That's number one. Or number two, y'all don't want to hear this one. Number two is that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and Experian are going to get so strict on what's accurate and what's not accurate. And we probably won't be able to, it's going to be difficult to get removals. Now, you can think what you want to think, but one thing for sure, Experian is not just going to just throw this money out here. They're not just going to lay down in court, because here's why. Because what consumers do, what we're going to do is not going to change. People are going to keep trying to dispute, keep trying to get things removed off credit reports. We know this already, right? I'm not knocking that. But what you got to understand is that something is going to change. Something is going to change. You know something's going to change, because think about it like this. If nothing changes, watch this, then that means Experian is going to get sued again. They're not going to let that happen. They're not going to let it happen. So that means, now, for those of you who have been watching me since 2015, because some of y'all been rocking with me since 2015, I told you all this day was coming. This day is coming. Now, not only that, This is just Experian. We ain't even talking about Equifax, TransUnion. You thought the Trump administration was moving fast. Now the CFPB moving faster. Watch where I'm going. Watch this. Watch this. It's getting better. It gets better. Now, here we are. Here we are. Now, here's the deal. Let's see what they're saying. Conducting sham investigations that fail to properly address consumer disputes. Watch this. They said when handling disputes, Experian uses faulty intake procedures and does not accurately convey all relevant information about disputes to the original furnisher. Experian routinely and uncritically accepts the original furnisher's response to the disputed information. Watch this. Even when that response was improbable or illogical in its own face, or when Experian has other information available that suggests the furnisher is unreliable. What does that mean? That means, listen, if y'all really want your credit reports to be accurate, oh, they really about to be accurate. Oh, they really about to be accurate, which means it's going to be more difficult to get things removed because what? Because it's accurate. Now, I know a lot of people listen to a lot of people. Let's be honest, because I've been the same guy since 2015. A lot of disputing that we do, let's be honest, is fraud. We're not going to spend time on that. We're not going to spend time on that because I know that's a back and forth situation. People are like, oh, well, Calvin, this is real, and Calvin, this is this, and Calvin, what about this law? Listen, guys, I know we love the laws, but let's be honest. We're not the banks. The banks can do the stuff, but we can't do the stuff. Now, I know, again, some people don't want to hear this, but I'm just being real. No matter what you think, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Experian is going to do one or two things. They're either going to lay down in court. I don't see that happening. Even if they do lay down in court, what's changing? We still going to dispute the same. You know, people still going to use the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau to dispute all the rest of those things, right? Am I right or wrong? Tell me I'm lying in the comments. Now, here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to have to improve your credit scores the right way. I know y'all don't want to hear it. I know y'all don't want to hear that. But this is the beginning. If you all been watching me since 2015, who been watching me since 2015? Let me know inside the comment section below. Who been rocking with me? Because I know I'm not trying to irritate nobody, upset nobody. Because, you know, on social media, everybody becomes, you know, the Fair Credit Reporting Act attorneys, lawyers, right? They got all the laws. I get it. Here's the deal. You can't borrow money. You can't borrow money from a bank, not pay that money, and then say that it's inaccurate if it's actually accurate. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's inaccurate, and I've seen a lot of inaccurate things, and don't get me wrong, I'm talking about a lot of inaccurate things. I'm talking about if the balance is incorrect. I'm talking like true inaccurate items, true inaccuracies, but 90%. Let me give you guys another way of looking at this. Let me put you in the shoes of Experian. I know. Listen, this is it's about to get deep. It's about to get deep. If you were Experian before today, think about how many disputes they actually handle per day. Watch this. Watch this. How many of those disputes are people disputing accurate information? At least 90%. Stop. Come on. 90%. Right? I got to be close. I'm telling you, they're going to, one or two, Experian is going to say, listen, this is this, this is this. That means this is accurate. Something's going to change. I'm going to keep y'all posted. I'm telling y'all, let's jump into the comments, man. Let's jump into the comments. Y'all know I keep it real. Y'all know I keep it real. All right. Aaliyah says it's about time. Now, don't get me wrong. Here, let me take a step back. I don't want people to feel some kind of way. I'm not trying to make everybody happy, but I am going to make sure I touch on something real quick. This is proof that Experian does not investigate whether something's accurate or inaccurate. I got to say that. But at the same time, y'all know what Experian is going to do. They're going to say, because they got to go to court. They're going to go to court and they're going to show examples. They're going to say, look at this. This person disputed this item. This item they said was inaccurate. This item we sent it to the furnisher when they actually do their job. When they actually do their job, because they do their job. Has anybody ever got something removed from Experian ever? Everybody has. Everybody's gotten, whether it's inquiries, whether it's some people have gotten some stuff removed off Experian before. So let's not play around. Sometimes they do their job. Watch where I'm going. They showed a report. They showed it. They showed a report. They showed a dispute. They showed it. It's accurate. They showed the proof that it's accurate, and they showed that the fact that they're spending all this time on disputes, that's accurate. What's going to happen now? That means the judge got to make a decision. That means the judge got to make a decision. That means the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has to make a decision. That means Experian has to make a decision. One of three people got to make a decision. Now, y'all, let's do process of elimination. Number one, we know for a fact that Experian is going to let us keep disputing. We know that. That's a number one fact. We know that already. But what's the second thing? What's the second thing that we already know is that Experian more than likely is not going anywhere. Is that safe to say? Experian more than likely is not going anywhere. So what's more than likely going to happen? Y'all know it, and some of y'all don't want to hear it. Your credit reports are going to be 95% accurate going forward, which means that we're gonna need way more to show that it's inaccurate. You know all these laws we be talking about? Oh, you're gonna need way more than that. Because here's the thing, y'all gotta, because here's the thing, because the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is simply saying, the CFPB is simply saying that everybody's stuff is inaccurate. Are y'all hearing me? The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is simply saying that everybody's stuff is inaccurate. But guess what? Experian is going to say, no, it's not. No, it's not. Some of these people got accurate credit reports. They just want to do what? We just want to get it removed. Let's be honest. We just want to get the stuff removed. Whether it's Experian, whether it's TransUnion, whether it's Equifax, change those laws, right? Change how long something stays on somebody's credit report. Change if we can pay somebody off. If you got a charge off, you should be able to throw money at that and it goes away. We already know, for those who don't know, by the way, if you guys haven't done so already, I forgot. I think on Instagram you guys can comment class, but I'll put it in the description. If you guys haven't seen all the 2025 changes that's going to happen to credit reports this year, you guys got to do that. So on Instagram, y'all can do that, but you can most definitely do this. Listen, we're going to jump into these comments because I know we got multiple people in here. We got some people that have no idea what's going on. And then we got some people that's like, man, Calvin, why you got to say it like that? You know, man, Experian do be messing up. It do be like this. Listen, I hear you, but what you're saying makes it worse. What you're saying makes it worse. Think about what you're saying. Man, Calvin, Experian does be getting stuff messed up. They do. That's why they're suing them. It's going to be more accurate than you ever thought in your life. You think you're going to be able to get that charge off removed? You think you're going to be able to get that collection removed? Now they're looking for accuracy. No one has ever challenged Experian. No one has ever challenged the credit bureaus. Not like this. Y'all don't know what's about to happen, man. It's about to be crazy in here. All right, so here, let's jump into the comments. And then you got the other side of people that's like, hey, Calvin, I understand where this is going. We got to listen, at some point, we're going to have to do things the right way. I know y'all don't want to hear it. But listen, I've been showing people how to do it the right way since 2015. We now 10 years in the game. I've seen over 10,000 credit reports. I know it's a lot of credit people in the world, but 90% of the people that you get credit advice from, the credit people, y'all, come on, man. Y'all know it's fraud. Is it fraud or not? Y'all ain't got to tell me. I don't care. But the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau do. And I'm not here. And I don't want people to feel bad. I don't want that to be the case. I totally get it. Well, Calvin, banks do this and financial institutions do this. I totally get it. But guess what? We are not them. It's just like when your kids see you drinking And then your kids say, well, how come I can't drink that? You're not an adult. You're not an adult, right? Or better yet, if someone says, hey, how come you can live in that neighborhood? Or how come you can buy that car? Well, there's not enough money coming in. You got to call a spade a spade. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau about to call this a spade. I'm telling y'all this right now. Let's jump into the comments, man. Comments. You know what? Here, let me jump into the comments on Instagram first, because it's only a handful of those. Instagram in the house. Appreciate y'all being here. There's a trader said Experian didn't take off a late payment that the Equifax and TransUnion did. I hear you, but was it accurate? That's what you guys got to understand. And here, y'all not ready for the deeper conversation. Sometimes we don't even pay these people. I'm talking about stuff that's accurate, and then we get it removed, and we think we don't owe the money anymore. It's y'all do know that that's true. People will owe. They'll have a credit card account. It'd be a charged off account. They get it removed, and they think they don't owe the money. Man, that's a whole nother video. Stickley says, I personally think it's a great thing. I hear you on that one. Now, and again, I'm not saying that it's tough, because don't get me wrong. I want everybody to have the credit scores they want, because really at the end of the day, it's not really the score. It's really what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to get that credit card. You're trying to get that auto loan. You're trying to get that home loan. You're trying to get that personal loan. You're trying to get that high limit credit card. You're trying to lower your car payment. I totally get it. The problem is we spend too much time. And let me go deeper than this. Man, this gonna hurt some feelings. Mostly Black people. Yeah, y'all didn't want to hear that one. Mostly it's us that listen. It's mostly us that just wants to try to get it removed. Now, I'm not saying there's anything right or wrong with that, but here's the problem. We got to fix what the problem is. The problem is not whether or not they get it, whether they remove it or not. That's not the problem. The problem is, how do we get to that point? Because if you didn't change, let me give you guys an easier way to think about this. If you work for a company and you don't like that company anymore, you're more than likely going to be the same person at the next company. I'll give you another example. If you live in a certain city or state and you say, hey, things aren't really working out for me in this city or state, and then you move to a different city or state, not much will change for you because you have not changed. You haven't changed. Now, I'm not saying you cannot change. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, how did we get to this point? But not just that point. I'm not trying to beat up on anybody. Watch where I'm going. Watch where I'm going. The second part of this is, let's focus on the goal. Some of you all are focused on the wrong goal. What do I mean by that? If your goal is to buy a home, let that be the goal. Let's get you qualified for a home. What does that mean? That means we can improve your credit score and build around the negative items. Nobody talks about this except for my channel. Nobody talks about that. Every single credit person on the planet says about the same thing. Just get it removed. Just get it wiped. Just get it clean. Just start fresh. Just do this. Okay. Not pay somebody. Not pay the bill on time. Not build the relationship right. Man. Y'all ain't trying to hear this today, man. This is Credit Church, okay? This is Credit Church today. Listen, let's keep going with the comments. I'll make sure Instagram is good. All right, so so Stickley says, so how many people's credit scores are going to change when the update happens? Man, we're going to see. I don't know how this is going to flow, but let me give you guys what I think just based on what I know. What I think is going to happen, Experian is going to go to court. Now, Experian most definitely be playing games. This is a fact. Let's go facts. We talking facts. Fact number one, Experian most definitely gets a dispute in, and all these bureaus do this, but Experian is the topic for today. They get the dispute, they don't follow protocol, and they're going to get in trouble for that. That's a fact. That's going to happen. But number two is that something's going to change to the fact where we won't be able to get the stuff removed that we want to get stuff removed all the time. That's what you got to understand. All right. So Stickley says, I understand it's a restructure happening on a grand scale, 1,000%. Nosy Josie's in the house. She says they just threw a court record for the speeding ticket from 2015 on mine. It was accurate. She said, listen, I got a speeding ticket. It was on my credit report. It was 100% accurate, right? Listen, we know this stuff be accurate, man. We know it. Not everything, no. Not everything. Listen, sometimes, I know you guys heard this before. Sometimes when we keep telling ourselves the lie, we think it's the truth. I'll give you a lie that some people be talking about. When people be saying, man, y'all better not pay them collections. Okay. I've been telling y'all for years. Something gonna change. Y'all, for those who don't know, that's one of the changes that's happening in 2025. By the third or fourth quarter, with the FICO 10 and FICO 10T, if you pay a collection, it's gonna increase your credit score. That's a gem, by the way. Where else y'all can get that gem at? Because everybody in 90% of the credit repair industry focuses on one thing and one thing only. And that's trying to get things removed. Keyword try. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people who's like, yeah, man, I don't care if it's accurate. I don't care if it's inaccurate. We're going to get it removed. Okay. Okay. And again, not knocking that. But what happens, hypothetically, what happens if they're no longer able to do that? That's why you guys are here. Desert Trader says, nope, Aspire Credit cleared it and Experian didn't and wouldn't miss it. I called Aspire about it. Stickley says, talk. Stickley says, it's like putting a Band-Aid over a broken leg. I'm telling you what's going on for Drake. Appreciate you being here. Desert Trader says, Experian playing big games. They do. Again, that's a fact. Aspire sent me a 30 days late credit forgiveness and TransUnion Equifax took it down, but Experian don't give a F. I feel you. Listen, that's a gem. That's a gem, man. That's a gem. All right, let's get into the YouTube comments, man. The YouTube, y'all been rocking with me since day one. Let's see. Live said, keep it moving. Let's go. Apostle says, I've seen it and I'm reading it. 2025. Here it comes. I'm telling y'all, Tina says, finally. Aaliyah says they need to sue them all. They do. Let's talk about that. Listen, we know that a lawsuit is coming for TransUnion and Equifax. It is brewing. Listen, it's probably the next couple weeks. Now, let's go ahead and talk about something that I think may throw this off. Don't forget, the Trump administration has already said they're going to change some people. They're going to change some people with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Not because of what's happening today, because they've been going after all of these companies. There's no one policing these companies. Let's be honest. The credit bureaus need to be policed. But here's the problem. If they're going to get more strict, man, y'all going to see. Y'all gonna see. Grounded for the baggers in the house. Afternoon, bro. Appreciate you being here. Aaliyah says, because if they were doing their jobs, we wouldn't need credit repair. Aaliyah says, if the credit bureaus were doing their jobs, we wouldn't need credit repair. But here's the problem, Aaliyah. You are a person who pays your bills on time. You are a person that probably doesn't dispute accurate information. That's the thing. See, there's two different types of people. There's people that dispute accurate information because they want to remove, let's be honest. And then there's people that dispute inaccurate information. That's what disputes are made for. I'm not knocking the game. You play the game however you want to play it. The problem is people have the wrong mental. They want to borrow money from the bank. They want to get the Navy Federal card. They get the Navy Federal credit card, charge it up, and then charge it off. Y'all charge it up, and then y'all charge it off. And then y'all pay somebody to get it removed, and y'all say, hey, I'm a 700 credit score. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because the mental hasn't changed. Because guess what? The next credit card you got, you charged it up, you charged it off, and you're going to pay somebody else to try to get it removed. Experian finna snitch on y'all. Listen, they're not even finna snitch, really. They're more so going to say, hey, listen, we wasn't doing our job, but this is why we can't keep up. We're getting 10,000 disputes an hour. We're getting disputes online. We're getting disputes through fax. We're getting disputes we're getting disputes through text messages. Y'all know y'all can send disputes through I'm playing. But my point is, Experian gonna say, listen, all these people can't be inaccurate. Something's gonna change. Let's get into the comments, man. Polo says sue TransUnion. It's coming. Don says it's not accurate if it's a debt collector. Oh man, Don. Here, check this out. Check this out, Don. Let's say that you're right. No problem. Take away the debt collector. Now what? Don't you still owe the original company? Or we just not gonna pay them? We gonna tell ourselves whatever we need to tell ourselves. Okay. Listen, or pay cash. Listen, in Jamaica, they pay cash. In different countries, they pay cash. Or in some countries, you got to have 50% down. You got to have 50% down. You know why they do that? Because you ain't going to not pay them. You ain't going to not. Ooh, listen, I hope ain't no teachers in here. But they're not going to let you be in a position where they're going to approve you and then say, oh, the person's not going to pay us because a person got so much skin in the game. I'm not saying people are right or wrong. I'm just saying don't want what you don't want. Don't want what you don't want. Y'all said, oh man, y'all all Experian, y'all be inaccurate. TransUnion, y'all be inaccurate. Equifax, y'all be inaccurate. They said, you know what, you're right. We're going to fix that. Now you're like, no, don't fix it. Think about this. If they fix this, goodbye removals. That's what y'all are missing. This is goodbye removals. Give it some time. Give it some time. All right. Apostle says, yes, they always say it remains holding people up from getting what belongs to them every single time. Day says, I can't wait for those to get rid of all foreign bureau government agencies. Woo! Don't want what you don't want. Don't want what you don't want. Grinding is in the back. Man, he's here. Appreciate you being here when he's here. Apostle says, there you go. Don Life, that's it. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But they about to really get accurate. Oh, don't y'all worry. Don't y'all worry. It's really about to go down. It's really about to go down. Okay? I'm telling you, you're so right. Listen, again, listen, I'm telling y'all, here's the deal. Polo says, pay back what you owe. Apostle Jones says, you always speak the truth, pay your bills, as my mother would say. I'm telling y'all, listen, let's be honest, guys. Let's be really honest. It's not the disputes we're upset about. We're not upset about the disputes. We're upset. Let me give y'all the real. I hope they invite me to the courthouse because I'll tell them the real. The real is, hey, I made a financial mistake. It's on my credit report. Because I don't have any options, you do have options. You can build around it. But because I don't have an immediate option, like to get this, no, I don't want this on my report anymore, right? Because I don't have an immediate option, you painted me into a corner where all I can do is dispute because I'm trying to improve my credit score. That's really all this is all about. Let's be honest. So they need to change that on the back end. This isn't me. I'm not bashing people for disputing things. I don't want you guys to feel that way. But what I'm saying is that that's really what the problem is. We want to be able to throw money at the charge off. They remove it from our credit reports. Wouldn't you guys rather that be the case? Let's be honest. We would rather pay the collection, pay all these things, right? That's really what the problem is. But anyway, Don says the banks write it off after 6 months of loss and get tax breaks. The government pays it. Rich people have been doing this for years. I hear you, Don, and you're not wrong. But here's the thing. They are the adults drinking alcohol. We're the kids. Can't do it. I get it. It sucks. Can't do it. We got to be, listen, I totally get it. We got to be, because listen, let's be honest. We got to stay straight and narrow. We can't go to jail. We can't do nothing. Listen, Trump and Biden, they be getting their people out of jail. We not them. The faster y'all realize that, unfortunately, we got to play by the rules, man. We got to, and listen, I'm not saying you wrong, but we got to play by the rules. And the rules finna change up. I'm going to keep y'all posted. Chris Blue says, thank you, Elon. Listen. Hey, I don't know if that's good or bad, because and just so y'all know, some changes are coming for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, man. I'm trying to put y'all on game. So Gwen says they have different balances, and they say it's correct. Gwen, you are 100% right. When it's inaccurate, it should be removed. But y'all know, like I know, Most of the time it's accurate. Let's keep it moving. Okay. All right. Chris Blue says Elon making these organizations actually work for a change. I don't know, Chris. I don't know. Because Chris, let me ask you a question. Chris, when creditrepair.com and Lexington Law got in trouble, did you or anyone you know cash that check? Keep me posted in the comments. I'll circle back. Okay. Apostle Jones says, all in a nutshell, that's what it's saying. That's it. Don says, brother, if it's from a debt collector, then it's inaccurate. You don't owe them nothing. Listen, debt collection is 100% legal. That's why they do it. Here, let me break it down for y'all. Did you all know that some companies don't send your debt to a collection agency? Some companies don't do that. Some companies actually have a department before it even goes to a debt collection company, or they'd rather not sell the debt to a debt collection company. Not all some of you all got it on your credit reports right now. If you have a charge-off account or an account in general, and it has a negative balance, it never got sold to a collection company. So based on what Don is saying, it's inaccurate and you ain't got to pay the collection company. I hear you. I'm not saying don't do that, y'all. But here's what I'm saying. But Don, you got to get where I'm coming from though, brother, is that all you're saying is you owe the money. You just owe the original creditor. I've never seen an original creditor deny taking that money. I've never seen it. But again, you can say whatever you want to. No matter which way we think about this, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Polo says, absolutely, pay it back what you owe. Listen, Yanobi says, if I throw you some money, if I throw it some money, take it and move around. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Okay. R. Lake says, Experian removed my current car loan and reported closed on an open credit card account. See, and they do make mistakes. I want y'all to understand something. Experian makes mistakes. TransUnion makes mistakes. Equifax makes mistakes. And they should be fined for those mistakes. That's a fact. That's a fact. But I'm talking about all the extra added stuff that we tell ourselves that we know is inaccurate. Now, I know this is going to go crazy in the credit world all this week. Just know y'all heard it here first on 850 Club Credit. But anyway, I'm saying that to say it don't matter what I think. It's about the game's going to change. The game is going to change. Paul says, y'all messing with Calvin. He told y'all, I've been telling them, man. I've been telling them. All right. So anyway, let's see what else we got. I just want to make sure we got everybody in here. Now, Apostle Jones says in some countries, you can't have credit. You can't have credit in a place until after you pay off another one. That's what it used to be, Calvin. So don't you bog yourself down on credit either. 1,000%. Only in America can you not have anything and they give you access to a lot. Like you ain't, I'm just saying, you 18 years old. Y'all remember what Obama put in place, the Credit Card Act of 2009. For those who don't know, Obama put in place the Credit Card Act of 2009. This means that if you were under the age of 21 and you did not have a job, you could not get a credit card. You could not be advertised credit cards, because I was in college in 2006. And so when I went to college, y'all remember this? Come on, listen, I know y'all ain't trying to date yourselves, but y'all remember how y'all used to go to college and then they'll have the desk lined up and they'll be trying to sell y'all what? Credit cards, right? Credit cards. They didn't care if you paid it or not. These credit cards, right? And so that's why they put that act in place. But I'm saying that to say, Joan is 100% correct. In other countries, it don't go down like this. But anyway, let's see here. Okay. So Gypsy says these credit predator companies also playing this game of putting on inaccurate information so they can keep you coming back to them and not being able to get better interest rates on loans and auto loans. You know what? I think I hear you, Gypsy. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm more so saying I think it's more so the back end. To be honest with you, to be honest, this goes back into let's put ourselves in Experian shoes. They're going to make mistakes. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't get in trouble for those mistakes. But what they're doing is they're like, man, we're not even going to look at this stuff. That's where it's messed up. It's 100% messed up. They should be fined and sued for that. 1,000%. But you got to understand, though, too, these companies still need us to qualify. They only make money if you qualify. If your credit score is so low, you're not going to get approved from nobody. So they need you to qualify. They want to make money off you. That's what I keep telling people. These banks want to make money off of you. They can't make money if they constantly denying people. They can't make money if they constantly just taking low credit scores. Now they can make money off of high interest, but high interest equals high risk. Okay? They want people in the middle. They want the 12%, 18%, 15%, because they probably gonna pay. But the people that's got 24%, 28%, they already counted them as a loss. And then they got the people that's got the single digit interest rates. They like, man, these people they gonna pay us on time, right? I get it. I think it's more so laziness on their end, to be totally honest. I think it's more so laziness, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. So April says, so what's your solution? Here's my solution, April. We got to do it the right way. So on my channel, I've been talking about how to do things the right way. How do you do that? You build around the negative items. That's number one. Number two, if you have a charged off credit card, what you can do is you can call them, do a settlement. Because that utilization is still affecting your credit score. That's another thing you could do. You can be on time with your monthly payments. That's number three. Number four, you can put bills on auto pay. On auto pay. Some of you all, that's number four. Number five, some of you all don't have a credit situation. Watch this. And don't let this hurt your feelings. Some of you all don't have a credit situation. Some of you all have an income problem. You're not making enough money, or your expenses are too high. One of the two. You're either not making enough money and you're spending more than what you have, or you need to just decrease your expenses. You say, well, Calvin, I can't decrease my expenses. Then we might need to add on some extra income instead of binge watching. Now, I'm not trying to make people feel bad. If we playing spades, man. Okay. So listen, Intercessor says no accountability. I'm a certified credit and financial counselor. People want a quick fix, which doesn't exist. Okay. Now Jay Investor says the law tells you if the item is inaccurate, you must delete. You are absolutely correct. If it's inaccurate is the key word. 90% of people that send disputes are disputing accurate information. Moving on. Okay, Sharon says, teach. I'm telling you, man. Listen, Mr. Allen says they need to be sued. I've been on them for 6 months straight. You tell him, Mr. Allen. You tell him, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. All right. So listen, Faze Sway said, I got my Lexington law check last week. Congratulations. I was surprised they found me. I had changed addresses and everything. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, they hunting people down for them Lexington law checks, man. People most definitely getting them checks. Desert says, I used Lexington Law back in the day, and I never knew I was supposed to get paid from them. Man, you better be looking out, Desert. It's most definitely a check coming your way, man. Tarshell says, you can pay $10 a month to stay out of collections. Oh, so you dropping gems. You dropping gems. All right. So Gypsy says, I have mistakes on my credit report right now, and they are inaccurate. And absolutely, that's why they're being taken to court, because they should remove those things that are inaccurate. 100%. I'm 100%. All right. But look, right now, listen, Tarshall says on campus in 1993, soon as she get to college, she walking up. They saying, hey, welcome to the school. Hey, how are you? I'm doing good. Fill out this credit card application right here. I don't have no job. Fill it out anyway. I don't have no cosigner. Fill it out anyway. I'm not making any money at all. Fill this out anyway. That's how it used to be. All right. Anyway, guys, I ain't going to hold y'all up. I greatly appreciate y'all being here, man. We've been dropping things all day. But listen, this goes back to what one of the people said earlier. What do you do? For those who don't know, I offer a game plan. So, and I'm not trying to sell my game plan, because sometimes people say, somebody came on here last time and they was like, oh, well, Calvin just trying to sell his game plan. No, listen, let me tell y'all something about Calvin Russell. That's me, by the way. There are over 1,800 free videos on YouTube. Free. If there's anybody that's giving you free information, it's been me since 2015. Somebody called me an OG the other day. They said, oh man, you've been doing YouTube for a long time. You've been helping people with credit for a long time. You an OG. I ain't know how to take that. I am in my 30s. But anyway, here, I was going to pull this up. Let me see where it's at. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, here it is right here. I'm going to pull this up. If you all want me and my team, or my team and I, to take a look at your credit report and tell you exactly what you need to do to improve your credit score, we can help you. But before I even pull that up, Before I even pull that up, and this is on YouTube, by the way. Oh my God, why is this working like this? All right, hold on. Why is this looking like this? All right, so hold on. This is it right here. My custom game plan. Here, I'm gonna share this tab right here. Let me change this right here. I'm gonna change this so you guys can see it on YouTube. This is it right here. I'm gonna move myself out the way.